Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent, chase a chick, never chase a.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Kiera.
This is Leah.
And this is Solo.
And you're listening to He Said, We Said, back again. Happy May.
Man, I've been seeing that dang Justin Timberlake memes
Gotta be May.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh my God, I've seen it at least 3 times this week.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm not.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, happy May. There's a lot happening this month. I feel like May is usually the start of my busy season.
Really?
And by busy, I mean like being a socialite. So,
Okay.
yes, normally there's, well, one of my good friends' birthday's today. Happy birthday, Jamal.
Birthday.
Yes. But then Cinco de Mayo, I normally always do something. Mother's Day, there's usually some kind of graduation I either have to acknowledge, if not attend.
Send a gift.
Right.
Something.
Acknowledge.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of May birthdays in my like friend group and family as well. So
Okay.
shout out to Denisha. That's my cousin. She's a listener, and her birthday's coming up in a few
Okay.
days. So
I
Yeah.
haven't gotten any graduation invitations in the mail yet. I feel like I should, though.
yeah.
You normally get them in the mail? You have like good people like that?
Well, I mean, not saying I'd get an abundance of them, but, you know, there's always that one person that you're, I guess, close with that'll graduate.
Who was it for you this year?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
You're
all
waiting.
right.
But that's the thing,
You're
like, I
anticipating.
think I would know at this
By
point,
now,
but you
right.
like, man, you know, maybe I'll check the mail, right?
No, I was supposed to have a cousin that was graduating, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So.
Okay. Well, then there's also Memorial Day, which hopefully this year we'll get Motown Review.
Oh, is that in May?
That's
Yeah.
normally
I
Memorial
thought
Day.
that was August.
weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, man.
Hopefully that comes back.
I don't know when it happened, when the shift happened to Houston, but that is now a Memorial Day thing. And wait, what?
I'm glad.
Really? It'd be really packed.
Oh, I love it there.
Going though.
Yeah.
No,
enjoy
my bad.
it.
Not Motown Review, but just Memorial Day weekend. Like, it's
Oh.
packed everywhere in the city.
Oh, is Houston a new memorial
That's
destination?
what I said.
It is?
Yes. It's
Oh.
become
I
a
didn't know that.
memorial destination.
I did not know that either. Wow, Houston's the last place I'd want to be if I weren't from
If I
Houston.
weren't from here, it's hot. Like, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's probably gonna get like summer that day.
Maybe Miami's too expensive, so Houston's the
It
backup.
was like, it's the backup plan. Like, let's do it.
Okay.
Like, no.
We had like a beach, it'd be over.
You know what? If we had a
clean
beach,
one. We had a clean beach.
the price would go up.
Yeah.
Thank God for Galveston. Because the price would be up. We would be Miami.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
had a nice beach.
Well, if we had a nice beach too, I'd imagine most people would be wanting to live in like the League cities and Friendswoods and stuff
Friendswood,
at
yeah.
that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what's some other ones?
Where it's like literally
Lamarck
35
or
minutes maybe away.
All them cities about 5.
they'd be popping
Yes.
for sure. Okay. Well, speaking of beaches, I did see on Twitter there's been people talking about Rihanna dipping her fruit in the ocean. Did you guys see that video or
No.
picture?
Yeah.
And
Is
her,
is it salty?
I guess that's the purpose. I don't know if
So
there's
mango with salt.
it looked like she was eating mango in the ocean and she just dipped it in the water for some time actually, and she ate it, right?
I did not see
Pregnant and all. So it's led other people to try to do the same thing. Leah, are you dipping your fruit in the shores of Galveston?
Absolutely not. I don't spend that much time in Galveston water.
Yeah.
Oh no. But like a clean beach, I don't think I would.
Yeah. People were like justifying like, I mean, definitely don't put it in the waters of Galveston, but like I also wouldn't do it in like the waters of the
clearest-
Maldives.
Not a
Right.
Barbados.
Right. I'm not doing any of that, but maybe culturally it means something. I don't know.
Maybe it means something. Maybe it has a different taste. Maybe it's, I don't know. But I don't know if the taste alone would get me to try it.
The ocean water to me is like gross when you really think about what is in the ocean water. And so for me, it's just like, no, I'm good.
And the whole mentality, I guess, because it's just so big. Like, yeah, I mean, it'll clean it out, all the salt. Like, man, y'all are wild.
I did appreciate the jokes about it. Like, you know, people saying, let me dip my wings in Lake Michigan or something. You know, people just coming up with random foods to dip in their
The fact that
local
people are trying it
body
is
of
funny
water.
to me.
Yeah.
Talk about an influencer.
Y'all was on
No, seriously. Rihanna is one of a kind, man. She has had what, a 15+ year run as like
With no
being
music?
consistently
Oh.
no, just being consistently like that chick, like fashion wise, music. She hadn't put out no music in 5-6 years,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
still like,
Man, Rihanna, she
Right.
like, hey.
she's the truth. Okay, well, we'll also acknowledge the fact that Elon Musk purchased Twitter. So, congratulations, I guess.
I guess the jokes there are around him buying other stuff. Like, man, now he needs to go ahead and buy, what was it, Raising Cane, so they can put some seasoning on their chicken.
Yeah. I think I saw him say buy Coca-Cola. Well, no, he
And
may have
put-
tweeted
he
was gonna
tweeted that.
buy Coca-Cola and put Coke in it again.
He was trolling. He said something else too that he
It's
was
like-
gonna do.
I mean,
I just hate seeing him come across the timeline, really. But
really? So, okay, I
knowing
don't
that
know.
he owns it now, it's like,
But what's the thing about him? Because I feel like the people were really going crazy about him. Like, oh, now we can come back and just be reckless again or something. Is he like known to be some kind of political side? Like, is he on either side? Like, why were people excited?
I think like the conservatives were excited for Trump for some reason, right?
Yeah, it was like now he'll be able to
He's
come back or something.
Yeah. I don't.
Trump said he has no desire to come back still. He's gonna keep his whatever platform he's created.
But I mean, here's the thing: if I'm Trump, I'm probably not gonna come back either. Like, y'all kicked me off, and like, oh, you have a new owner. Like, oh, now I'm gonna come back and just start tweeting every day. Like, no, I got my own stuff.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, 44 billion. And then I think I also saw some comments about how was it the United Nations that said that that he would donate a couple
He
billion
was
to the United Nations if they
To
come up with a
end
plan
world
to deal
hunger or
with-
something
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
And they came up with a plan.
And it was
silent.
6 billion allegedly. I don't know if that was 6 billion per year or if that whatever it was, but yeah, they're like, okay, but you bought Twitter for 40 something billion.
44.
Just to have that kind of money,
Talk to me about
man.
6.
to just, I mean, throwing weight around for sure. It's like, man, y'all think you got money until it's really like, okay, you want to keep your little thing. Like, how's 40 billion?
Here's the thing, Elon, if you buy my student loans, I'll buy a Tesla. Like, come
Oh,
on.
goodness.
Like,
Yeah.
I
That's
saw
a
a
fair
Tesla
exchange.
this weekend, and they had a license. They had a license plate that was like, no more gas.
Oh, wow.
I was like, why are we like this?
wow.
Some of them got some giddy up to them, though.
Oh,
I've seen
yes, they
some of
do.
them jump out. I'm like, oh, shit, the Tesla.
yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
Oh.
what?
Nothing. Just go.
Okay. Well, anyways, I mentioned earlier that the month of May is also symbolic because of Mother's Day. And since Mother's Day is coming up so quickly, we decided to come up with part 1 of our verses. And it's
Okay.
basically going to be if you could be like any TV mom or dad, and it could be like from a movie too, who would you want to mimic your parenting off of? Like, who was a mom or dad in a movie or TV show that you admired and would want to mimic?
That is hard. Do either one of you have an answer first?
I've got an answer, and this is just off the top that I could think of. If I was a dad, I think I would want to be, what is the dude's name? Michael Kyle from My Wife and Kids.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I just like the dynamics of that family. It seems like a lot of laughs, and genuine love through comedy for the family. Him and Tisha, I didn't think. I don't know. I would say I didn't think that they'd have chemistry like that, but to see her go from Martin and him having extremely good chemistry to that show where I was like, oh dang, they got just as good as chemistry. I enjoyed that between the two. But if I had to pick a wife. Trying not to be
Yeah,
conventional.
pick
I
the
thought we
wife
had to
too.
be the husband and the wife.
Well, I
right?
didn't get there yet,
that
but
was
yes,
the part
that's
too, but if you
yeah.
want
Go ahead.
Wow.
Come on.
Ah, shit. But if I had to pick part 2 and try to be unconventional with my answer, I would go with the wife from the Wonder Years. This next one around.
The new one. I don't
Oh,
remember
damn.
her.
No, she's just a nice, strong, cool black woman. You know. I
Okay.
think she was highly educated, had a master's and all this stuff, and just a nice breath of fresh air for a mother. And a new face I liked. I don't know. But that would be my second one.
Okay. Top of head. If I had to be, okay, I'll pick from my favorite movies. So, if I had to be like a mom, I would pick the mom from The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan because she was so cool.
The stepmom.
No, the actual mom. Despite the,
one that
fact
let
that
her
she
kid
abandoned one of her kids.
Right? You want to be that mother.
I don't want to be that. But if you guys remember, she was so cool. And the kid, like her daughters, thought that she was so cool too. And for me, like, I'm having this whole revolution about like how parenting should be, etc. And the fact that the daughter came home with a new haircut and pierced ears and mama didn't trip, I'm like, okay, yeah. Like, how can I,
Like that.
but not being like the cool mom, like you're trying too hard, but just have a good relationship with your daughters. Your daughters are able to confide in you and tell you stuff without you feeling, without you having to creep or, betray their trust, all of that. Like, that's how she seemed in the movie. And I would want something like that.
Okay.
Now, for my husband or the dad, have you guys seen Wonder? That's my other favorite movie.
The kids movie?
I don't know if it's a kids movie. It is
No.
a child that is stars.
Oh, okay. No, I
His
haven't
face
seen
is
it
kind of
then.
messed up. He was born with a medical thing. Anyways, Owen Wilson plays his dad, and he's a solid guy. He's like funny, but he's cool. And he's like,
Pretty much all of
loving.
his roles.
actually, I
I
think
feel
that
like
this one
size
was.
fits all with him, but
I think that he doesn't have a ton of range, but I did like this because this was the first time I've seen him like serious. So he's funny, but in a serious way. If that makes sense. You guys just watch the movie, but
Wonder.
that would be what I would choose.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is hard because it's like your brain wants you to pull away from like Claire or like, okay, I don't want to say,
that's just too.
I don't want to say her,
typical.
although like she was great, career and taking care of 5 kids.
Yeah.
Attorney.
Right, doing a lot. So I'm going to steal a little bit from here, how she kind of picked and chose whatever. The mom that kind of stands out to me, and I don't know why, but it can't get out of my head, so I guess I got to say it. Did y'all ever see that stupid? It wasn't stupid. Is it like Jenny in Georgia or something like that? Jenny in Georgia, the Netflix thing. Well, it's like a mom and her kid, and she probably wasn't the best mother. Like I think she like killed someone, but
Oh wow.
yeah, but I don't want to ruin the whole story because I'll try to chop it up and forget what actually happened. But the relationship she had with her daughter was fairly open, or she was trying to make it open. She was kind of like the cool mom, trying to do things with your friends, like, oh, we can have a whole spa day and like put all this stuff together for her. And so in recent memory, like that's the kind of mother-daughter relationship that I would be trying to have. And I think she was trying to do that too. From the daughter side, if you ever watch it, of course, she was like not hating her mother, but just like,
Is this what
like
Melissa
annoyed.
McCart? What's the girl's name from Bridesmaids?
Melissa
The big
McCartney?
girl?
Is this? Yeah.
I don't think so.
This is okay.
I think this is a blonde chick.
Oh wait, or Amy? What's the girl who just did the
Schumer.
Oscars? One of
Not
those
that
two
didn't
has a
matter.
movie with their mom. This
It's
isn't
a
it?
TV show.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
It's a TV show, and I think it's come back for season 2. But basically, like her trying to, or I guess actively trying to build that relationship and like protecting her daughter, kind of at all costs, kind of thing. Is
Okay.
probably the theme of what she was trying to do. And so I think that with a mix of actually Claire is probably where I would go. As far as a husband, I don't know, man. No man is really like popping out to me.
I got a
No,
good
Will.
one.
No Philip Banks.
I would say for
me.
you
Okay.
and me too,
Oh, okay.
Jack Pearson. That's a
Okay,
good dad.
okay. Jack was I mean, it's not even fair how great. Why are you upset?
Yeah, why are you upset?
Okay. Yes, for the alley oop.
Okay.
Why are we acting like Jack isn't a good? Sure, he had his issues with alcoholism, but that doesn't take away from him being like a great
He was
dad.
a great dad.
And look at how them kids.
He died for them kids.
Look at how them kids
For
turned
that
out.
damn dog.
Got an asshole for a son.
He's
Look.
working on it. Okay.
Look.
Like he didn't even.
Everybody
like his
is
dad like
going
that.
through.
Okay. Should I have said
growth.
Randall?
Yes.
Randall having anxiety attacks.
Oh, come on, man. We got to be human on the TV screen, though. So there may be some flaws to come along with the character.
Okay, so we can have flaws for him, but not for the
But
dad.
what was wrong
No,
with
no.
Jack?
No, the dad was cool. I just
Look.
that show's just pissing me off. Man.
Randall told that. Listen, Randall made some mistakes
Did he?
that were shown.
Yeah, for all the people who are listening, the
He
OG
kept that black
listeners
man
know
away
we
from his
kept.
father.
What'd you say?
Okay.
Hold on.
You kept that black man away from his father. No, that was Becca.
That was. Talk about worse.
Was it Becca?
Yeah.
That was the wife for Mandy Moore's character. She
She kept
knew
yeah.
that. And did she pay him off at a certain point, or like wasn't she giving him money? Or something?
I don't know.
I can't
She should be
remember.
ashamed for that.
But just
Like, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back. The way he was with her, Randall, always trying to make sure his mother's good, taking care of his mother, and she would sit on some shit like that for 34 years.
Okay.
yes, angry,
yeah.
still about it. You
All
should
right.
be. So
I guess Jack gets a pass, though, because he didn't know.
Jack didn't know. So yeah, I feel like also I do want to say somebody like Michael Kyle though. So if I have someone like that's really
Yeah,
into their kids on the Jack side,
Yeah.
but Michael, I thought he was funny.
Y'all really watched that show.
I
That was
did.
a good show.
I remember watching it in real time, but I was never like, oh, my wife and kids, and I definitely don't sit and watch reruns. So I can't speak to like
man.
how he is as a dad, aside from him being silly,
Just
you know?
funny.
He was silly, but he was still. It's still in that era of like every episode, you still gonna get this lesson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he was still like doing that, but he was it was just a funny way about it.
Okay. Wow. I couldn't get past the son.
Oh, yeah.
Junior?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I was just like, why are
Just
we
too
doing this?
special, yeah.
It's just
It was too much. But then I hated. Then he got a girlfriend, and then she was like the same.
She's just a stupid, yeah.
It was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's the only
Okay.
drawback is I just hope my kids wouldn't be that dumb. Even the girl was kind of dumb. Right?
yes.
Oldest girl.
Katie was their saving grace.
Yeah.
The youngest one and her friend.
Yes. the
Boyfriend, whatever.
What was his name? Okay.
Franklin.
Franklin.
Yes.
That was the
Good
little
show.
light skinned boy.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Smartest kid on the show, because the kids in the actual family were not it.
Okay.
Concert pianist.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So next up, versus part 2, we are going to talk about relationship stages, right? So there's the beginning of getting to know somebody. Then there's the point of you guys becoming exclusive, or maybe even just being a new couple, right? And then the later stage of you guys being comfortable with each other. Like there are no whatevers. Maybe y'all are having more arguments at this
I was
point, or
about to say,
disagreements.
maybe add in the uncomfortable part, and then
That's where you like to be.
No, I'm
No.
the question is what
of all of those stages. So like those are there any missing first?
They're missing first.
are there
No,
any
missing
yeah.
stages that like she didn't already touch on?
Because I guess the next part would be like you guys making it like really official, making things really
Being
official. Which I have not gotten to that step yet. Which to me is like engagement. I'm saying like engagement, marriage.
So then, is there actually a last step of divorce? If you make
okay,
it there,
I guess there's a spectrum. we'll stay at the one part of the spectrum between getting
Actually
to know
together.
them.
Okay. As long as we acknowledge that it's there. Boys been throwing divorce parties, so it's become a
Yeah.
new thing. Like,
It's so crazy how like we're at that stage now where like that's a thing. Like,
Divorce party?
no, you know, like you get to the point where people are getting married, right? And then people are
Yeah.
having kids. And so now it's just like, wow, like I am becoming of age of people who are like getting divorces, like multiples.
Oh, you're saying it's
Like we're just at that point in our
surprising that you're
life.
at that age where
Yeah.
divorces are happening. Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yes, they are happening. Get ready.
Oh my
Okay.
God. See, okay, this is my fault for
They
bringing
are
it up.
coming.
This is my fault.
They are coming. I think I can't even remember who was the first person I knew to get divorced, but it was like within like 2
Solomon.
years of knowing someone get married. But
Okay, well, we're not going to.
we're not gonna spread the bad juju.
We'll just get again back to the positive. What's your favorite part of the relationship stage?
I don't know. I'm simple. I like that. Well, it's a love-hate relationship, right? With the intro stage, because it's like when it's good, when it's on point, when it's chemistry and conversation is flowing, and you're finding out all these different interests and common likes and dislikes. That can be a beautiful stage, right? But
Okay.
then it's like the bad part of that stage.
What
can
is
be
the
very
bad part
discouraging.
of that stage?
Struggling for
You have-
conversation. Do I call you? Call me.
Oh.
She's not texting back in time enough, or maybe I should double. Like that period when it's new can be very dreading.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
dreading. But like I said, when the good is good, yeah, I'll take it with the bad.
So the beginning
But the
stage
intro,
for you.
yes, when
Yeah.
we excited about each other, we telling other people about each other.
Man, that's a little bit
And
further.
you
in my
start thinking about the
stages.
possibilities, more so in like a fantasy type realm, but you're thinking about the future. I don't know. I just like that.
You know what's funny? I think our stages are a little like flipped a little bit, only because like you're saying, like, yeah, you start thinking about blah blah blah, all this fantasy stuff. Sometimes women like initially like you bring it up to like one of your friends, right? Like, oh dang, I went on a date with somebody. Like, dang, what's his last name?
That part. Leah, such and such.
Like, would you
that.
So like if y'all were to get
Really?
married,
That's
like
what y'all-
that's what the group chat we talking about.
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Does that fit?
Yeah.
Sometimes
That's important though. That
You
I'd
look.
like to know last names as early as I can.
Because then you might
Really?
need to be preparing them for the moment when you say, I'm not taking your last name.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, obviously I'm joking, but I say that because you were kind of like a little bit further along when you start thinking about your fantasy. But I'm saying your friends will really put you on day one. Like, dang, I just met this guy on Mumble. Let me see. Okay, yeah. I like that name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I think Solomon's like these girls.
No. Because I'll go a brief period before I'm like, oh shit, snaps. What's your last name?
Oh no. That's like first
Last name is
week.
what?
Ooh.
And
No, I
week is
never.
pushing it.
Or even middle names. Like,
Okay.
I mean, middle names. I mean, at that point, go ahead and tell me your middle name. But
Yeah.
I need to know last name first because I don't like just
I
having
need
first
to
names in my phone too. I need
No,
no,
I don't Google people
I don't
in
Google
that stage.
anymore. I don't Google anymore. But there are other ways we can get research done.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways,
So, the favorite stage.
yeah.
I will say that it's gonna be the honeymoon stage when
You mean
you're
after y'all
like
married?
not that event. The
Oh.
honeymoon stage for me is like right after y'all finally make it official and y'all not really arguing about anything yet. So it's really just like, man, this is great. We're doing this and we're doing that. Everything is flowing. We're still probably tiptoeing around like certain communication
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
no, it's fine, it's fine. Like, but I think kind of like that phase is fun. Yeah, and before you get into like the uncomfortable conversations, if you haven't already started having them, so it just depends on whatever it is you and that person have already done. But yeah.
I think for me, I'm probably somewhere in between. So like maybe we're not officially together yet, but there are still like that like butterfly feeling of like, oh, he texts me or whatever. Like it's understood that we both are feeling each other, and so we're like consistently like going out on dates, and maybe that like official step is coming soon. But like we're not officially there, if that makes sense. It's just still like very fun and light, and there's like the possibility of it happening, but like you're just going with the flow, enjoying each other.
So like the slight exclusive, like we're probably at this point, we've been getting to know each other for however long. Like we're probably not talking to other people, but we actually haven't said like,
What is this that we're doing?
Yeah.
Maybe. But
right, but you're not,
yeah.
but you're not there yet. But it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I know you probably.
It's like,
not.
you know what? This guy has come out of nowhere. I'm really enjoying him, and yeah, like I'm excited to see where this goes. Like, hopefully, this is something like serious. You know,
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that feeling because when you're single and you're going out on dates and stuff like that, what's the saying? You got to kiss a lot of frogs till you find your
Find the
prince or
prince.
whatever. I don't know what the saying would be for men finding women, but I mean, essentially, you go out on a date and it's like, we didn't have chemistry. Go on another date. Maybe that leads to a second. Realize this was different.
Yeah.
So when you finally find somebody, it's like this is date 4 or 5. It's just like, oh yeah, like we're really vibing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. The good experience and the bad experience.
Okay.
You
So
appreciate
basically,
it.
we like the same. Is that why we're still
We all
single?
we all was saying the same shit.
We don't like when this get real.
The new, but not the.
I think
I
Leah's
don't
was
like
a
that
little
uncomfortable shit.
bit- Yeah, I think Leah's was a little bit later in the relationship.
Yeah,
pretty much
I
the
think-
beginning stages.
Mine is like we are exclusive and we had that conversation. Like,
Okay, so yeah, you're fresh,
yes.
new.
And then the last one of spinning the block.
Oh, okay. So, do you guys have you spun the block? I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but
I mean,
I've definitely have, but
Definitely.
I'm
you just say you
Wait,
definitely
huh?
I
have.
definitely have like come out of nowhere to hit somebody up, like hey stranger type. No, I don't use those words, but I'm just
Okay.
saying, when people pop up.
I can't stand a pop up in word.
Oh,
I can't stand it.
yes. Because what is the reason?
What we talk about?
I was just thinking about you the other day, and I figured I'd hit you up.
Go look at me on
Solomon.
Instagram. I don't know.
Or such and such show came across, you crossed my mind.
Oh Lord! Come on with the TV show.
That okay.
What?
Y'all are something. You know what, Solomon? I really give you a lot of credit. I be like, man, Solomon's such a great guy. And then we be having these conversations like he is just
Sometimes
just what I thought.
Hey, I'm sorry if I'm the atypical guy, but sometimes you just have those moments where you get weak, like, dang, you start reminiscing about the good times, and boom. But I've had some girls I've been like, hey, no. Like, no what?
I hate you. Thinking about the no what, like question mark with an emoji, like what you mean?
Yeah.
Look, no, blocked.
Man.
Out of here.
That's part of the male experience. You're gonna get a little bit of everything.
A little bit of rejection, a little bit of something going by.
But I guess, look, for you, it's like if I don't ask, I won't know the answer.
Well, because I
Worst
know,
you can
like-
do is say no.
Because I know
That's a good mentality.
When I break it off with women, or things go sour,
You leave the door open a little.
I wouldn't say I leave the door open, but I feel like I didn't like fuck it up too bad to close the door on things. I can always keep my head up in the
with
So
y'all?
yes, you keep
Yes,
the
he
door.
leaves the door open.
Still living here.
No, dang, who you looking for? She moved.
right.
I got
Oh.
a man, and
Hey,
he won't like
you get
this.
Them, you get them. Hey, we'll take care. It was nice talking to you.
Boy, oh boy, yeah, no, I cannot.
Oh shit.
Which is why I love those future memes with the text message and
Because you
lyrics.
relate.
Solomon,
I mean, not verbatim, but yeah, sometimes you just pop up out the blue, like, hey.
Okay, well, I will say for me, have I spun the block? Sure. Was it me who initiated the spinning of the block? No, but I accepted it. So I can't think of a time where I was like, I wonder what such and such is doing. Like, let me hit them up and see if they'll, want to grab a drink or something like that. But it has been done to me, and I've been like, why not?
Yeah.
Sure, let's go hang out. And then, after the second or third hangout, it's like, yeah, this is why.
yeah.
We didn't
Stop.
work. Yeah.
I am. that's me. God be like, oh man, what happened? And it's just like, this is it.
This
In the middle of like I was talking, damn, this is
Right.
why.
Yes. You just
Man.
feel it in the pit of your stomach.
Yes, like
Just
why did you do this?
sick.
You always do this. Blah blah blah. Like anyway, I will say, of course, I have unfortunately responded to a couple spin the block
That
messages.
you knew you shouldn't have.
Yes,
I could admit that too.
Yes.
You
it sound
initiated one that
initiated
you-
one.
No, I mean, yes, I've initiated plenty that they probably should have not.
that
have,
they shouldn't
responded to
have
the text.
responded to.
But I have had the opportunity to, and I knew better than to respond. But sometimes that's the thing about the spinning the block. They catch you at the most inopportune, vulnerable time sometimes. Just right.
And that's where that whole mentality of like, y'all must have a radar. As soon as something going on,
Things
like,
ain't going
hey,
right. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well, I don't have anything else to add to this, you guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up. If you like what you heard, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media at He Said, We Said. Go ahead and hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe there as well. And comment. Let us know your thoughts. Is there any baseball or anything that we should know about before we sign off? Good luck,
Baseball.
Stros, go Stros, anything?
No, NFL draft was last.
did the Raiders make a comment? That's what I was just reading. Did the Raiders owner
About what?
make a comment about Colin Kaepernick?
I saw something. It was like these comments come out of the most random places, but he made some comment saying that if it was up to him, he'd still let Colin play.
Whatever. So people are spinning that he might be one of the ones to offer him.
No, they've got their quarterback.
So he just talking.
They'll be okay.
So
I
your
mean,
team
that-
is just talking.
He's just unprovoked. Didn't nobody ask for your opinion on that, and here we are.
Okay. Well, thanks, you
Anything
guys.
else?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Go Stros.